Oh my God, yes! We should have done David hugging right.
I think it's going to get second Friday, Saturday.
Bro, who lets me sit here? I can't be support.
I don't want to do for I don't want to.
Okay, so one of the pictures they look like Amelia President.
Except for Amelia President is like,
Orientation's locked. How do I unlock it? Oh, it's this way. Okay, nobody touched us.
So some people are gonna go and they're gonna try to like.
So get the paper out and we're gonna work with our values. Yeah, no, I want to get all the values.
We'll make it happen. Sorry. You have paper? You have paper? Jeremy?
Okay, so
you don't need graphic.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this few values. So we're gonna start out by tangent of 0. And then tangent of 5 or 6. And then tangent of 5 or 4. And then tangent of 5 or 3. And then tangent of 5 or 2. Okay, I want you to evaluate those numbers just like the last quiz. Okay, so you should know how to do it. Tangent is equal to what? What over what?
Sine over cosine.
Sine over cosine. Good. So now, also, I want you to go backwards. So tangent of negative 5 over 6. Now, if you get 1, you should be able to get another value pretty easy. Negative 5 over 4. And then tangent of 5 over 3. Negative. And then tangent of negative 5 over 2.
Right.
So let's start by getting those values for me. And if you get those values, then you should start to see what a graph looks like. Now I'm not asking all the value because I want you to review that. No, because I might put that again on the next pass. It's those exact values. This one you didn't do too bad, but you didn't do perfect either.
Yeah, that's what it says.
David, I'll give you 30 more seconds. Wow. Thank you.
You felt bad.
Tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I know. I thought you were going to
Practice. Wow, Mr. Ye. It almost looks like you care about him passing the Zuni circle.
After that, he's only 0.
In this class or in all your classes?
In this class.
Also, there's people in other classes.
Wait, there's more? Who?
Let him feel better. How many people?
Is it in your 6th
You
period?
guys can make like a little club. You can meet up and study.
Yeah, you can make a little club about all those people that feel.
Yeah, you can share your sorrow.
It's not a
Stop holding
This is
it.
a perfect.
Yeah, stop bullying me, guys.
You're gonna pass tomorrow. Watch.
What do you get? I don't know if I'm doing it.
Tomorrow. If you did tomorrow.
I got like 1 over square root of 3, 1 square root of 3.
Yeah, you give him a
Like,
I
what
believe
do
you gave him like another
I don't know
one.
if I'm doing it
It's
right.
like
I don't know if I'm
still
doing it right.
Okay, in another month, you can just
Is it a y works? Yeah, it's a unit circle. So x over 6 is square root of 3 over 2, comma 1/2. So you put 1/2 over square root of 3 over 2, which gives you 1 over square root of 3, right?
Oh.
Oh, you gotta, yeah. It comes
No,
from
after
two.
1 you're winning.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so
No, but I think a match you're gonna win.
Yeah.
In red D4 clause.
Which is square root of 3 over 3.
So now,
You
yeah,
gotta,
okay, yeah.
we're going to do 1 together. So tangent of pi over 6,
I
right?
can't already know what it looks
That's
like.
equal to what? You can do it.
Tangent of pi over square root of 3 over 3.
It's square root of 3. Over 3.
Work it out.
No, it's just
1 over 0
radio.
is fine, right? 1 over 0 is undefined or 0. So why do you put 0? It's y. Oh, it is 0 or 1. Yeah.
That's so you know.
No, so it's something wrong. So can you fix it
You're
for the
wrong.
sine of pi over 6? Can somebody help her with sine of pi over 6?
Oh, I already, I'm sorry, bro. I'm doing this right now. I'm so confused.
Do step 1. She was answering the wrong
Fix
question.
it.
It happens sometimes when people don't listen.
Oh, you just can't. Oh, I'm stupid. Screw up then, Nicole.
Perfect. You fixed it.
Ooh, that's Ooh.
Okay. So this is the work, and that's how you get square root of 3 over 3.
Yours?
But what's tangent of 0?
0.
0 over 1, right?
Which is
That's what she got at first place, which she thought was right here, but it was actually okay. So we can go ahead back and fix that part. So what's tangent of pi over 4? That's the easy one.
1.
Tangent of pi over 4 is what?
1.
It's equal to sine of pi over 4 over cosine of pi over 4,
Yeah.
and which is square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 over 2. Yeah, exactly alike. So that's 1. So that's 1 here. And then what's tangent of pi over 3? Square root of 3 if you did it right. And the tangent of pi over 2?
I didn't do it right.
Oh, so what is tangent of pi over 2? Well, tangent of pi over 2 is equal to sine of pi over 2
I'm just reading it.
over cosine of pi over 2. So what's sine of pi over 2?
0.
No.
1.
1. What is cosine of pi over 2?
0.
0. So it's what?
0. Oh.
Undefined.
That's okay.
The zeros are not my thing.
1
guys.
over 0. Anything over 0
Zero,
is
one, not
undefined.
three.
Easiest
No,
one.
maybe.
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, I like saying honey. Sweetie. Sweetie.
Sugar
Sugar bunch.
Sugar bunch.
Right? Okay, so now, if you think about it, what do you think tangent of negative pi over 6 is going to be?
Negative square root of 3 over 2.
Negative square root of 3 over
I was right.
3.
That's how you know. Right? You're so smart.
I was guessing it was negative.
He's like, I was right.
Okay, so now you say, okay, well, I think I got this. So
No,
I'm
I
gonna start sketching a graph. If I were to graph this, what will happen? Well, what happens undefined? How do I graph undefined?
Asymptote.
Asymptote. Which kind of asymptote?
Horizontal. Vertical.
Okay, so that's a good question. Some people say it's horizontal asymptote, some people say vertical asymptote, some people say a hole.
A whole.
It turns out it's not horizontal asymptote for sure, because horizontal asymptote is not a choice here, because horizontal is looking at the degree of the polynomial and see where the horizontal asymptote. In this case, it's not a hole either. The hole is a cancel factor. There's nothing cancel factor here. Okay? So now, what's the last choice? 1 over 0. Anything over 0, that's denominator equals 0, that's going to create asymptote. So a negative pi over 2 is going to be right here, and it's going to create asymptote. And positive pi over 2 is going to create asymptote. And tangent of 0 is going to be 0. Does that make sense?
Yeah, feller.
Okay, now I don't use all the value. I'm going to use this 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 value. Start with the asymptotes. The asymptote is already done. So remember, we only need a 5-point to graph. We got 5 points already. 5 major points. Those major points are negative pi over 2, positive pi over 2, 0, and one of them is a halfway, pi over 4, and negative pi over 4, and that's going to create a point.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait,
Okay.
why then, what?
So, okay.
No,
Oh,
no.
is that power? Oh.
What? No, wait. Wait.
Pi over 2, and then go to the next one, it's going to be a period, so here to here is what? What's the distance from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2? Pi, right?
Yeah.
Because this is a half, half plus half is 1, so you're going to go to 3 pi over 2 here. Here is going to be a pi, and it's going to create another asymptote here. So the graph's going to be like 1 above, 1 after. And here is going to be 5 pi over 4, and then here is 3 pi over 4.
So it just repeats.
Oh,
Just
that's
repeat.
just what I thought.
You repeat every cycle.
Every pi.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pi. So, but then you have to know this though. You have to know this. Okay.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, so Mister, is cotangent gonna be like that, but horizontal instead of vertical?
No,
Oh, I thought it would be.
that's a good idea though. I mean, it's a good thing to think about. So what will be cotangent?
Oh, is it that
Sophia,
but flipped?
Sophia, what do you think? What do you think about this one? You say like I don't get it. Which part you don't get?
I'm kind of putting it together. So, why does the undefined? Where's the undefined?
Undefined is
Why
not
is
pi.
it? Why?
Negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. That's where it's defined. And that's because it's over 0. If anything over 0 is going to create a vertical asymptote.
So wherever it's undefined, you just put a vertical asymptote.
Pretty much. Because anything over 0 is not a whole. It's going to be something that is going to go close to it and it's going to be go into positive infinity or negative infinity.
Oh, wait, let me. Okay, good.
So if you see this, I draw a tangent of 0. 0. Tangent pi over 4 is negative 1. But it's going to go toward the asymptote. It's going to get very, very close to something, but it's not touching it.
Because it can't.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you think about Bryce's relationships, it's going to be like that.
No, it's I don't have one.
Yeah.
Not existing.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
I'm the line, and then girls
fine.
are the asymptote.
Oh, Bryce.
Okay.
It's sad
So-
'cause he's so
I don't know what to say.
So, get friend zone.
That's why it's.
You're going hard.
Okay, so
Been there.
this is the idea for tangent. Now cotangent is going to be very simple, but let's recap everything. So hopefully I don't break my phone. I'm going to switch to the other side.
Okay.
It's gonna be like $1,000.
Money for us.
So how do you afford that on your salary?
Damn! He called you poor.
No. Sir, do you have air
He said, how do you afford that phone on your
on your
salary?
teacher salary?
Damn, he's calling you poor.
Again, I sold my soul.
Oh,
How much is that?
how much does that cost?
Wait, how much is a soul so I can know if I should stop mine or not?
Yours isn't worth very much. It doesn't count.
It's like $1.
He has education.
Let's recap everything. Now you can choose to write down or choose not to write down, but that's what we grabbed on the last quiz. So when you grab sine of x, cosine of x, there's an amplitude, it's going to be absolute value A. Okay, it's going to be absolute value A. Period is 2 pi over b. Do you remember that?
Yes.
A quarter period is going to be 2 pi over b times 1 over 4.
Yeah.
And the midline is y equal to d. Where's the d value? D value is right here, right? So we got D, we got B, we got C, we got A. C is gonna tell me the phase shift. But you have to make sure to factor out B when you're doing this type of questions, especially some of you guys are gonna see me this afternoon. You have to make sure you have this process done. And you have to know max, start with a y equal to cosine of x. Midline is gonna be sine of x or negative sine of x. The minimum is gonna be y equal to negative cosine of x. So that's what we did. And for secant x, you're grabbing cosine of x. For cosecant of x, you grab sine of x. Amplitude. Now, nobody got this one correct, so I don't really blame you. For those of you guys come in take it this afternoon, the amplitude is none. There is no amplitude for secant and cosecant.
Great. I like that he tells
We
you.
never learned this.
We
Okay.
didn't go over.
We never
Yeah.
went
That
over
makes
this.
sense.
We
Suck.
never.
It does make sense, right?
No, but we never went over it. We never went over it.
Sucks. Sucks.
Unfair.
Okay, so
Am I right?
okay, so amplitude
David.
is none, and or an A. Now inverted the graph, so you inverted the sine graph, it becomes cosecant graph. So when it says midline, when after sine of x, cosine of x hit the midline, and it creates asymptote, the vertical asymptote. So you're gonna invert all this graph, touch the maximum and min, and it's gonna create this asymptote. You make sure to create an asymptote when they hit the midline, not when they hit the x-axis. A lot of people do the x-axis, it's not. It's to the midline. It's gonna create asymptote. But this is only 1 point, so this is not a big deal. 1 point out, you still can get 58 out of 60. So that's perfectly 96%, so you're okay. Okay. If you can get to that part, 96% is already pretty good. Okay. So here's the thing. You have to understand this for this afternoon. Some of you guys are gonna come here to take it. Now, what happened with tangent graph? Now, this is something that we're gonna learn something different than before. The tangent graph is gonna be this. The amplitude is what? None,
That's good to know.
right? Period is different than before. So I'm gonna write in different colors so you can tell. Period is equal to what? Pi over b instead of 2 pi over b. So it's pi over b. Okay, so not like before, there's a 2 pi over b. Here tangent and cotangent is gonna be pi over b. So tangent and cotangent graph. Now what's the difference between tangent and cotangent graph? That's the problem that we're gonna have. Now we already find the first part. The cotangent graph and tangent graph, the only minor difference is they both have asymptote. Okay? And we're at the location of asymptote. So tangent y equal to tan of x, location of asymptote. It's gonna be between what value and what value?
0, 1, -1. Oh, pi, 2.
Just like this graph. Are we okay here?
Wait, is that like a rule for everything, or is just that?
Just for the asymptotes. Now we're gonna talk about what are the, how about cotangent? Y equal to cotangent graph is gonna be what? Location of asymptote is where?
Pi over 2 over pi.
Okay. So what I want you to think, when is cotangent equal to undefined? Think about it, guys. Okay, I'll let you guys think about 1 minute. And I want you to think about when cotangent is undefined. Don't shout it though.
Wait, what's the question?
When is cotangent is undefined? Cotangent at which radian is undefined?
0.
So don't shout it.
Dude.
Just write it down.
Oh, you want us to read? What was?
You have yours already? Good. So think about it. Process lots of information before you think about doing this. Like a lot of time, like a lot of
Is it?
I don't shout it. So a lot of time, like you think about it, like when you take an ACT, I tutor somebody who was taking ACT, doing stuff, and a lot of my AP calculus have the same issue. Is they look at the problem and they jump in and do it. Those are the people that usually end up doing bad on the test. They look at the problem, oh, let's do it. You do a problem, let's do it. But they don't process before they're doing it. So there are a few people that they have processed information, and that's what really separates you apart from other students. Here are the people like this. I think Jeremy is that type of person. Sophie Diaz is also in that type of Moreno, right? Sophie Moreno, Sophia. It's also, you guys process the information before you jump in and do it. So those are the individual students who consistently get A's. Is those people can, instead of reading a problem and just straight to do it, reading a problem, slow it down. It's actually, speeding up is a bad way to process SAT or ACT tests. It's actually slow things down a little bit to process the information. Every question you should process at least 20 seconds to 30 seconds before you start. And you still have plenty of time to finish your test. Okay? You should invest 20 seconds on every question before you start. Even the easiest question, just make sure those 20 seconds is spent. Some people can do it in the question in 5 seconds, but you spend 20 seconds to like survey the whole problem, make sure you understand everything. Instead jumping and says, oh yeah, it's 502. No, it's not 502. But then your second information you give it to me, it may be right now because you process the information first. So SAT strategy or ACT strategy, the most important thing is students usually tend to not process the information. Okay, and that's what I observed. Is I just sitting right next to them, I was watching them take the whole test, and I find out they don't process information before they start. They just like, I'm gonna finish, I gotta finish, but end up spending more time doing something wrong. Okay? So now, when is a location asymptote, David?
Actually, isn't tan 0, cotangent of 0.
Okay, so it's what? 0, right?
Yeah.
And what's the other one? There's one more. What's the next one?
I don't want to be wrong.
Pi.
Good. Good job, Bryce. You think about it, you process those information, and then you can think about those, so you say, okay, that's 0 to pi. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change to here, I'm going to say, okay, let's go to 0 to pi. I'm going to break my phone. So that's a tangent graph, right? So now cotangent graph is different. Cotangent graph is between, well, that's not too long. Okay, so tangent graph and cotangent graph is different. Where the asymptote is it where now? 0 to where?
Pi.
Pi. So 0, that's asymptote. Pi is going to be asymptote. And then in the middle is what? Right in the middle, you need a 5 points graph. You got 2 points. What's the halfway?
2.
2.
Yeah.
What is the halfway of a halfway? 5/4. What do you think here?
3
3
pi.
pi over 4.
3/4. So that's pretty much the whole thing. And then you say, okay, well, that's pretty much in generalized, but cotangent graph, something is changed. What has changed?
Flip.
It's
No.
a flip.
Maybe, yeah, flip,
Like the
flip. It
bottom?
starts, yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
See, Mr. A smart.
Yo, he's a math teacher.
Okay, so that's going to create another.
Yo, he's
It's
stupid.
like tangent and cotangent. But there is 2 differences, not only 1 difference. One is they are inverted. So they are this way, but they also move a little bit. It went from between negative pi over 2 to pi over 2 to 0 to pi. But it still occurred in the same exact frequency. Okay? Yes, it's moving, yes. That we are going to talk about those identities, called co-function identity. It's moving a little bit to the right, Euler, and then it's inverted. So therefore, this one is between 0 to pi, and the next one is going to be what? To 2 pi. And this one is 3 pi over 2, and here, and then pretty much your graph's going to be like this. And this, oh, wrong way. Not bad.
Okay, I was
Like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so this becomes the cotangent graph. Now this is what you know, so we say, okay, well, how do I really graph if we have 2x? Or 2x minus pi, or 2x plus pi, or 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1. So those are the things that you start thinking. So what am I doing is going to be doing the exact same thing, but this is the only thing you need to know for tangent. Because this is what's important. Now we're going to try to graph something. We're going to say, hey, let's graph this functions. And then we're going to say tangent of 2. What does that 2 do? Okay. Tangent of maybe 2x and
Whoa.
then minus pi.
Wait.
Like this. Okay, we're not even going to go.
Now I'm confused.
That's okay.
I thought you said there was no amplitude.
There is no amplitude, but they still can stretch. It still
Okay.
can stretch.
So if you think about it, 0 doesn't stretch. But this one can go to 2, so it's going to stretch this way.
Okay.
So instead of going up 1, you're going to go to the next space, you're going to go up 2, and then subtract 2. So that's a good question. Those are all good, valid questions. Now you say, okay, how do I approach this one? Now, I'm going to show you something called, no, Bryce, don't go yet. Go after.
Haha.
Okay, 2x minus 5. This 2 does not affect the amplitude, but it doesn't have a stretch value to it, so it's stretched. But 0 doesn't stretch. 0 times 2 is still 0, just like this. This point, 0 times 2 is still 0. But 1 times 2 is what? 2. And this one times 2 is going to be 2, so stretch both ways. Just like what you do with sine and cosine graph. But this one, you're going to say, oh, there's another issue here. 2x minus pi. So what the hell is this? But
Do we factor out the 2?
you can, but we're going to show you an even easier way to do this. Okay? We're going to use something called compound inequality. So,
They sound
okay,
it up.
so between 2 places, what are those 2 places? Well, it's between negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 2. Does that make sense?
No. Wait. No, it doesn't.
Oh. So you just take that value, you're gonna say, okay, whenever this happens, it's gonna happen between 2 asymptotes. But the problem is 2x minus pi, so you say, well,
No, I got it.
we're gonna solve something called compound inequality. Usually we seem like this, you say, oh yeah, I can solve for x. But what if I have 2 inequality there? So this is called compound. This is also on SAT as well. SAT, ACT have those questions. But it's just basically your goal is to get to x. The middle part is exactly x. So how do I do that? I need to get rid of pi first. How do I get rid of pi? Add pi, but you're going to add pi for all of them. Does that make sense? You're going to add pi for all of them. It's like you're adding pi for both sides of the equation. Now it's 3-sided equation. There's left side, right side, there's middle. You're going to add pi on all of them. So you're going to get 2x. What is pi over 2 plus pi?
3 pi over
Do I need to work it out for that one? And what do we think here is?
2. Pi over 2.
And then what do I need to get the middle part? 2x. We're going to divide it by 2 on all of them. Right? And then what's 2x divided by 2? And what is here divided by 2?
6 pi over 2.
Pi over 4? What did you
So it's 6 pi over 2.
Is it 5 over 4?
Oh, I thought you were doing pi over 4.
And then here is what? 5 over 4. Then you're pretty much done. Because you graph 2 asymptotes. And everything's going to go according to tangent graph. So then you say, okay, well, that's done. And how do I do that? Well, same exact things. We're gonna take this. And we're gonna say, let's start at pi over 4. And that's gonna be asymptote. And they're gonna go to the next one, it's gonna be 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, so it's gonna be here. You see, it's happened more frequent now. Asia, put your earphone away. Because you're not paying attention, you pay attention to the song, whatever you listen to. Or I'm gonna throw your earphone outside. How'd you do that?
Yeah.
So, then in the middle is where the tension graph occurred. An exact same thing is going to occur this way. So if you draw the middle part, the other two is going to be right here, right? So what will it be here? The problem is a lot of you guys don't know what happened here. Between pi over 4 and 3 pi over 4, what happened in the middle?
2 pi over 4.
2 pi over 4, good. Which is pi over 2, right? But what happened here?
3 pi over 8.
Good job. How do you get 3 pi over 8?
Because it's in between. It's in between 4 and 2. So it'd be
Pi over
8.
4, you can add those two values together, divided by 2, so it's going to be 3 pi over 8. But I can show you the work later, but this is 3 pi over 8. So now what's the next point? Is it 1 or 2? It's actually go up 2. So it'll go down 2. So the graph's going to be like this. Instead of 1, because now you have stretch value 2. Huh? Half, you will be like this. So exact same way. So that's the this stretching compressed values. Just like what we learned at the beginning here. So why do we learn all this stuff? Because it's common fact. So now I want you to graph this one.
Wait, why was that 2 at the beginning there?
It does. Negative, what's it gonna do? Reflect, right?
Wait.
So it's just gonna be the same.
No, but you gotta pay attention to the cotangent restriction.
Oh.
Whoa. I didn't process.
Good question, how do you get 3 pi over 8? You think about it as the middle of
1, 2,
right?
3.
Those writing on the back. Writing.
Midpoint.
Bryce.
Did you read it?
No. Bryce. Got paper?
No.
How was the lab?
Was he?
Okay.
What's an hour?
Okay.
Amelia, you have paper? No, don't give him any paper. Don't give him paper. Don't give him paper.
He has paper.
He has paper. Look at that. Look at that. I'll use the back sheet. He has paper.
You don't use the back sheet?
No,
You
I'll
have
use the
to
back
look
sheet.
at
Who are you? Don't give him paper.
Yes, doesn't matter. Take out. Doesn't matter. Take out the
Yeah,
paper.
you don't divide by
Let me get
Don't
paper.
give him paper.
Amelia, don't be like this. Bro, no.
He's killing trees.
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
What
it
the
does.
hell, you freaking tree twister with the
I can grow back the tree.
No,
He doesn't use the back, he doesn't use the back. He's such a
You're gonna rip it, then you're gonna waste it.
Rip it, rip it.
I need a paper. I already used another paper.
You monster. You never use the back of your
I
finger.
know. What's wrong with you?
No!
Jeremy, stop.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna need that for later.
You guys are probably crazy. I bet you
Let me
did.
try these problems. We don't use the back of it. I just don't. You should use the back of that. So weird.
Nah, it's been
I'm not even gonna talk to him now, ever.
I've been disgusted.
I know.
To go home and look at this because I never missed that shit.
But you gotta think about what's cotangent graph, and then you gotta think about negative.
Yeah.
So you probably think about, probably gonna look like what?
Whoa. It's like that. It's exactly that. But
Okay. Yo, I'm
And then
just,
flip back.
bro.
And flip back. What?
I'm so confused.
Why do you? Yeah, why do you do it that way? Why do you do it
What?
that way?
Whoa, Amelia,
Cotangent.
I need help. I'm so confused. They just.
So, cotangent, right? Look at the restriction between 0 to pi, right? So, between 0 to pi, is between 0 to pi. So, how do I get 2x by itself? How do I get x by itself? You subtract pi on all of them, right?
Yeah, okay.
So that's going to be negative pi, 2x, 0.
Then you divide by 2.
Divide by 2. So that's going to be negative pi over 2, x,
0.
0.
Boom. Okay, graph.
Now we're going to, this 2 is the asymptote. So 0, and negative pi over 2 is right here. So this is asymptote right here. So in the middle, it's going to be the tangent, so it's always 0. But, which one power for?
No, like the
Oh,
point.
this part?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's going to be negative pi over 4.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm confused.
And that's good. What?
Bless you. Whoa. Cool.
Okay, so now cotangent graph is going this way, right?
Yeah.
But it's negative.
So
So
you're
you change back to what? It looks like 10. So it's right here. And the stretch value is 2.
What difference does it make that it's negative?
Cotangents are like, I don't have it, but cotangent.
Wow.
Cotangent is going to be like this.
For real.
But it's cotangents are like that, but it's negative, so it's going to reflect upside down. So this one changes to tangent. Almost like tangent, but the restrictions still different. The restriction is going to go by cotangent. Are you following me? Okay, so this is pretty much tangent and cotangent graph. So
Disappointed. He looks so disappointed.
So you can go bathroom now.
Oh,
You have like 5 minutes. Yeah, you have like 5 minutes. You have 6 minutes.
Okay.
6 minutes.
So do you need another one to graph?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I need like 10. I need a homework right now. just give me the homework right now. Just give us the homework now.
Look at back.
No, run down the hall.
Just run down, get over there, push bathroom. Yeah,
Whoa.
This one is gonna shift the whole graph down 1 unit. So it starts at 0, it's gonna go down at 1. So it just don't mean the center part moving down 1, and those 2 points gonna go down 1 completely. Okay? So try it.
I got new contacts so I can see better.
You should have stayed in front. I gotta assign
I know I can see better with my new contacts. I don't need to.
Okay.
So strange.
Yeah.
You should just give me the homework right now. Like, I'm about to practice this next period. I only have English.
You can go